It's another positive session for the Australian share market with a rise of 0.3%. We've seen a number of companies boosted by updates to the market, also a good performance from banks and job numbers for the month of June beating expectations. After the bell yesterday, we saw Ainsworth Gaming as well as CIMIC coming out with updates. Ainsworth came out with a profit update. The stock is trading up 8% on the market today. The company saying that it expects second half profit before tax to be $22.8 million. Previously, it was guiding $20 million, and it expects profit before tax for the full year to be at $39 million. Previously, it was forecasting $36 million. CIMIC reaffirming its full-year guidance. It's seen a strong first half. The shares actually popping up 17% on the back of those numbers. It's won $7.1 billion worth of new work in the past 6 months. And with results usually being weighted to the second half, it does put it in the running for an upgrade to full-year guidance. We've seen a jobs report out today and it's been good across the board. Strong job numbers, participation rate increase and a rise in the number of hours worked. We saw full-time jobs increasing by 41,200 in the month of June and part-time rising by 9,700. Participation also rising to 65.7% from 65.5% in May, and the unemployment rate coming in at 5.4%. We've seen the Australian dollar jumping after those good set of numbers. HUB24 has announced annual inflows of $2.4 billion. The shares are trading up 6%, but perhaps one of the best performers on the market today is Afterpay Touch. The stock has jumped up 17% after its quarterly update. The buy now, pay later company is taking off. In the last financial year, sales up by 289%. For the last quarter, sales up by 171% year on year, or up 39% quarter on quarter. The company now estimating that more than 10% of physical online retail in Australia is transacted through the business. We've also seen a number of quarterly production numbers out. Woodside Petroleum out with a solid set of numbers, but uninspiring quarterly production. The stock down by 0.8% after those numbers. Santos production was not as bad as feared and revenue rose despite the fall in production. We're seeing the shares up by 1.5%. South32 saw better than expected production and a strong price outlook for its commodities. The shares up by 2%. And at Oz Minerals, we're seeing cash costs improving and on track to reach its full-year copper guidance. The shares are up by almost 2%. But at Evolution Mining, it expects to produce less in the full year and at a higher cost this financial year. The shares are down by 4% on the market. So all in all, a pretty good session for the Aussie share market. Plenty of news about with those quarterly production numbers, as well as some updates from companies. And we're seeing the banks doing well on the market, the Aussie dollar doing well, and that's boosting the Aussie share market.